Buck Somes and Darby McLean were grad students at Eastern Washington University, who would eventually be the co-founders of GemPrime Technologies. They met while working on a $200,000 grant counting bacteria in soil.
Hey, so we started out with this really great bacteria idea. Counting bacteria was a pretty cool 200 grand grant, so that was nice. But eventually we completed the project. We were successful, so we used the money well. But the money ran out, and we needed to do something next. So Darby and I, we kind of sat down. We're like, well, where are we going to go with this? So in this case, leadership, you need to have a vision, and we came up with a new vision for our company. We decided to go into brewing. And with brewing, if you know yeast manufacturing, it's really fickle. So it has very intense temperature controls and things like that, and we figured our biological expertise would be valuable. So we developed a product to help with the brewers, and we successfully marketed that. So we had a change in vision.
Yeast performance is a critical factor in producing consistent, on-time fermentation. Traditional yeast management regimens have been limited to subjective, inaccurate measurements such as weight and volume and microscope count. But with GemPrime Yeast Activity Monitor, the process is faster, more accurate, and less labor-intensive than traditional methods of yeast management. Plus, the Yeast Management Activity Monitor measures yeast vitality, providing a direct measurement of fermentation performance. This knowledge enables technicians to adjust factors during fermentation to obtain peak performance and resulting in more efficient production.
In other words, GemPrime's fermentation technology was used to make this and turn it into this. At this point, Buck and Darby realized that the technology was not being used to its full potential.
Was I honestly tired of working with brewing companies? Yeah, definitely. I don't even like drinking. Besides, leadership has to be adaptive to the time and the place that you're working in, right? So we figured that our skills would much better serve the country fighting bioterrorism rather than promoting drinking. Success is also not all monetary, so the fact that we earn so much money with the brewing is great. But, you have to pay attention to ethics and values too. So definitely, I think the next big stage for our company is learning how to work with other people, getting them to promote our ideas so that we can work together and successfully work together and make a better world. I think that's what leadership is all about.
Weeks after the 9/11 terrorist attack in New York City, Buck and Darby decided to use their technology to detect lethal particles often used in biological warfare. Since both Buck and Darby were biologists, they had no business experience to spread GemPrime's new products. They realized that collaboration with others was key to making their company a success. GemPrime went on to partner with the United States Department of Homeland Security as well as fire departments nationwide in hopes of protecting people from threats of bioterrorism and many other deadly agents.
We break from this program for this important message.
Are you tired of terrorists trying to kill you by sending you anthrax in the mail?
Are you tired of finding lethal microbes in your cog food? Not again.
Now we have a solution for you.
Hi, I'm Buck, co-founder and CEO of GemPrime. With our anthrax detection software, you will not have to be afraid of getting anthrax any longer.
Now back to the scheduled program.
So, anthrax. Wasn't exposed to it, so, guess our products worked pretty well. But after that was over, after 9/11 was done, we needed a new challenge. We needed to take our company in a new direction. So we had to look broader. We had this really great technology that could detect anthrax and do great things, but we were thinking, what if we, took that same stuff to detect other things like HIV and drugs and pregnancy? And then we thought, well, if we put it in just a sweet software package, we could sell it to all these big hospitals and other government agencies, and they could just say, man, we got this thing, we can detect everything in one shot, and it's great. This is a good idea. But the only problem with this was we're biology people. We don't have this techie skills, so Darby and I are oh, we don't like this so much. We like the biology, but not the tech. So we weren't sure what to do, but we were thinking we need to do what's best for the business, and what's best for the business is to create this software.
GemPrime knew the importance of having such a device, and even though they are not a software company, they decided to once again expand beyond their comfort zone and make this device possible. They brought on techs to their team who knew how to develop software like this and combined it with their knowledge of biology. They also partner with other organizations to help promote the product to the medical field, where it will soon become commonplace in doctors' offices. This reader is unique because it's much more efficient and diverse than anything currently in existence, because it tests for many aspects at once, like drug use, pregnancy, or infection, and then automatically uploads that information into the medical database.
What did we learn from our leadership experience? You want to start?
Yeah, sure, I'll start. So one thing that we kind of did was a lot of it's really just trial and error. You know, we had all these different situations. We worked with all these different people. So how do you talk to them? How do you manage your team? And you know, we have these meetings and we talk about it and we work through every day and get through every week, and we're successful. But it's really a process.
Definitely. As biologists, we were very focused on the expansion and obviously the production of our business. But I definitely learned that you need to focus on the members of your team. You have to make sure that everyone is unified and committed to the same goal. So definitely communication is key, and key to success in leadership.
Yeah.
Yeah.